Hello, with the Olympics. Remember and/or discern at last. Boxing, martial arts, and wrestling share the identity. The sciences share, grouped, while it is demonstrating that, and about a special difference. But with exceptions, and with exception, nature used the ways we know, and the ways we know are faked and have been faked. We have black people's whites of eyes to discern. A breaching method is present, with applications by that before our founders were born. And by use /s of that, after, still they have other communicated for our founders, and their roles were James Madison's plan. In other words, so how, for tactically, criminally foreign influence / tactically delusions wrought readings of Marbury versus Madison. We had black people's whites of eyes to know that witch trials, no matter what extent they were made up, to an extent it was completely and is increasingly where people speak about witch trials, where people speak about the T-tax, for example, with the history of America. They are used to measure and maintain, left out with James Madison and our founders communicated about themselves, a distinct portion of our founders. Native Americans A through Z had to fight with Native Americans A through Z already for the sustained breaching method with difference /s. Note how it had slavery entrenched North and South America. That is not just overtly self-valued being and having been obfuscated right through our schools, and the differences of them, though, A through Z. That difference is also valued, but uses of it roles. As collusion to keep screened the hyper-foreign and the identity of hyper-relativity, which comes to the discernment of it comes through the distinct identity of hyper-simultaneous. For example, as that identity, with its identity of relationship to itself and the value of that equally, where and how it shows us, it created other species and our own, distinctly, non-distinctly, and simultaneously, further by what is further hyper-simultaneously as itself, as its identity of relationship to itself, and the value of that, distinctly, non-distinctly, and simultaneously, in ways that are also hyper-simultaneously we can't help. And that's where it comes with the value of understanding its distinct or how it has positive or negative relationship to itself. Because every identity has relative to positive and negative simultaneously. The same reason values do, to show this. Every identity is a semi-nature relationship to the identity of the hyper-simultaneous. The hyper-relativity, the identity of hyper-relativity. Their hyper-evidential can be used to show there are self-valued roles reliant upon theories on relativity and with where and how they have math with it to measure, maintain, individually group them together. All right, thank you, people. Vaccines.